Today I'm going to show you how to make a bookmark tassel. We're going to need some scissors. And here I have a bookmark that I made. I already pre-hole punched it here for our tassel to fit through here on the top. This is a bookmark that I made. If you like this bookmark, you can also check out my tutorial on how to make a bookmark similar to this one. Then we're also going to need some cardstock. Basically, I have a piece of cardstock here that I want double the length of what my tassel is going to hang here. So this is how I want my tassel to hang, and I'm going to double that length here to wrap my string around. I also have a stitching needle here, basically just any needle with an eyelet big enough to fit our stitching string, which is a little bit thicker. And some stitching yarn here. I decided to use red for my bookmark. And a hole punch, and I've already pre-punched a hole into my bookmark already. And this is our tassel here. This is what our finished product is basically gonna look like here. So we're gonna start off with our cardstock, and we're gonna grab our stitching string, and we're going to wrap this around our cardstock a couple of times. Depending on how full you want your tassel to be, you would probably have to wrap it around a couple more times. For a basic tassel, I usually go with about anywhere from 10 to 15 wraparounds. Now that I finished wrapping my stitching yarn around, we're just going to take our string off very carefully, kind of trying to hold the ends here together. Now we're just going to take some stitching yarn and we're going to tie it here in the middle to keep it in place. We're just going to kind of fold the ends over here so that it hangs evenly on both sides of our tassel. And we're just going to adjust our string here to get it right where we want it. Once we have it even on both sides, we're just going to double tie the knot here to keep it in place. Now we're just going to take some scissors and cut our loop ends here. Now we're going to fold our tassel over, hiding the knot underneath to create our bulb. We're going to grab some more stitching yarn here and tie it around the top of our tassel to create the little bulb portion. We're going to just kind of secure the string in place and then adjust it to the size of the bulb that we want. We have it where we want it, we're going to double knot that to secure it in place. So we can see here that our knot is kind of showing on the outside, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our stitching needle and kind of pull the knot into our tassel so that it's not as visible. My ends are kind of frayed here, so it's a little bit hard to kind of show you, but basically what you're going to want to do is get a little bit of water, wet the ends, squeeze the ends really tightly between your fingernails, and it'll get it into the eyelet, and then you can just pull it through underneath, and then the knot won't be as visible on the outside. So I went ahead and hid my ends on the inside. Now they're here on the inside. So now we're going to tie our outside loop that attaches to the bookmark. We're going to thread them through our stitching needle with the loop on the other end. Just right through the top here, we're going to push the needle into the tassel, and we're going to pull our string through all the way on the other, not all the way through the other end, but just enough so that the bottom end comes out and we can tie a knot on the end. You want to make sure that the loop kind of still hangs out the other side so you don't lose it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of take my stitching needle off and leave enough length of this end of the string here so that we can tie a knot. So we're going to take our ends here and basically just tie a basic knot, just at a little bit past the length of our tassel. So here's our knot, and what we're going to do is just pull this tight into our tassel so that it holds. When we're basically almost done, we just want to cut the ends here. We're going to kind of fix any frayed strings that we have or any kinks in our tassel and just straighten this out so that we can cut it. We're just going to take some scissors and cut off all of the ends here and even out any uneven strands that we have. And we're done with our tassel. Now what we're going to do is just basically loop our tassel through here, our hole punch, pull the loop, and put our tassel through the loop here, and pull it tight, and our bookmark's done. So what I like to do also with all of my loose stitching string is I take my cardstock that's left over and I wrap all of the leftover stitching string around the cardstock. This way I don't have jumbled up stitching string all over the place. It's kind of a nice way to keep it organized. So now we're just going to cut a slit here on both sides to keep the ends from unraveling. And we're all done. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you found something helpful. And if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And again, thanks for watching.